Hey, good morning, y'all. Yes, sir. Jesus is Lord. I am so glad He is and that I can trust Him. And thank God the Word works and I can trust it. You're in a place where you're trying to believe God. I mean, you've exercised your faith. You've listened to these tapes and others, and you've released your faith and you're believing God. Well, one of the enemies to believe in that is an offense. You've got to be careful to keep the offense out. Let me read from Philippians 1, verse 10. Something that Paul said that I want you to grab. Get this. Listen with your ear. Listen now. He said that, that we are to approve the things that are excellent. But then he said that you may be sincere and without offense till the day of Christ. I want to put it this way. Without offense till the day that you receive it. Now, in the book of Matthew, chapter 11, Jesus had answered and said, "Go and show John the things which you see and hear. The blind receive their sight, the deaf are hearing, the poor have the gospel preached to them." And then he said, kind of seemingly out of the ordinary, "Blessed is he whosoever shall not be offended in me." See, some people are praying and God didn't answer quick enough. Well, I got offended. No, don't get offended at God. Now let's jump down here to Matthew chapter 13. When he had come again unto his own country, his own town. So he had come back to his own town. Let me adjust this camera just a little bit there. And he taught them in the synagogue insomuch that they were astonished because of his teaching. And he said, "Whence hath man this wisdom and this mighty works?" Matthew chapter 13, 55. "Is this not the carpenter's son? Is this not Jesus with Simon and Judas?" And then it says, "And his sisters, are they not here with us always?" But Jesus said unto them, "A prophet is without honor, save in his own country and in his own house." And then he said in verse 58, "And he did not many mighty works there because of their unbelief, because they got offended at him." You can't pick up this thing of offense. When you pick up that offense, it shuts the door to the blessings of God. Mark chapter 4, he was talking about sowing the seed of the Word of God. And then he said, after you've sown that seed down in your heart, and when affliction or persecution arises for the Word's sake, immediately they are offended. Well, we've been finding out that offense shuts the door for you to receive from God. So you can't afford to get offended. Acts chapter 24, verse 16. "And here too do I exercise myself." I told you this yesterday, the day before. It's your job to make sure that you get the offense out. You can't pray, "Lord, I'm offended, just get rid of it." No, you got to do it yourself. "I exercise myself to have always a conscience void of offense toward God or toward man." And I'm going to say something else here a little bit different today. Be careful not to pick up somebody else's offense, because an offended person seems like he thinks it's his job to run around and get you to agree with his offense. You can't pick up somebody else's offense. Watch this. People want to tell you who they are offended with or in strife with. "Did you know brother so-and-so? Did you hear what he said? Do you know what he did to me?" In other words, I'm offended at brother so-and-so, but I'd feel better about being offended at brother so-and-so if you'd be offended with him too. So I'm going to tell you about it. Hey, my ears are not a place for you to spread your garbage. I don't care who you're offended at. Somebody says, "Well, Brother Copeland said this or that." Yeah, he probably did. I've missed it a time or two. I'm sure Copeland's missed it a time or two, along with everybody else. And somebody says, "Yeah, but I heard." Well, yeah, but that's not a reason to be offended. Now, I've been offended at some of these people for some of the things they did or did not do that I thought they should do. But if I sit around and tell you about my offense, all I'm doing is spreading offense and keeping you from receiving from God. So I've got to be careful not to hear somebody else's offense, and also extremely careful not to share with you whom I'm offended at. Man, this last month has been an opportunity for all of us to get offended, but we can't talk about that. We got to talk about the goodness and the blessings of God. I am believing God for a couple of miracles right now. I mean, it's just a couple of days before my birthday, and I'm believing God for some stuff. Well, I can't afford to get offended at what somebody on the news media said that somebody else said, that the president said, or what's going on. I can't get offended at that, nor can I sit there and pick up your offense. That's the bad thing about what's called social media. You listen to everybody else's junk, and you don't need it. Now watch this. Proverbs 4:22. Guard your heart with all diligence, because, or for out of it, that is your heart, flow the issues of life. So when somebody says, well, my wife said, and I'm offended. Now, don't listen to it. Don't matter what's going on in your house, at their house anyway. Or somebody comes along, did you hear what so-and-so said? No, and I don't want to. I'll talk about this one another day. It's kind of like when somebody says, take care. And I said, nope, don't want none, don't need none, not going to have any. You carry it back with you. No, I don't want an offense. I want my miracle to take place today. You need your miracle to take place today. Check your heart. See who you're offended at. Get rid of it, because it'll block your miracle from coming. So until I'm with you tomorrow, saints, remember all day, hey, Jesus is Lord. Thank God the word works.